He used to have red tears coming out.
How old at this point? Like still
7,
8 weeks?
9, 10 weeks.
So in 2016, your youngest child, Valentino, was born, and they survived cancer as a baby, which is obviously horrendous enough in itself, to then go on to be diagnosed with autism. And I think it's possible that they may never speak. I mean, how has that been to accept, to deal with, for the family and for you?
It's been very, very difficult, and it's still very, very difficult. We're going for a long run. So I know first it's very unfair, as much as anybody else who end up having cancer, and especially when you are 6 weeks old, is beyond anything you can believe. So the reality is the fact that he had cancer and very quickly growing on his neck. So he became a small lump.
How did you know it was a lump that grew?
Again, sensitive. I remember I was with my wife. It was 6 weeks, I remember. So I was looking after the other two boys, and she was sleeping with him to make sure he get fed every 2 hours. I came back, gave her a kiss as usual, because I love her so much. And I noticed when she was feeling him that he had something on the neck. We both, again, sensitive.
Like a lump?
No, it's not a lump. It's nothing. If I was not the way I am or the way we are, we would have never spotted. So it was like nothing. I can't even describe it. So touching a little bit, it was bizarre. So what is it? I mean, obviously, very quickly with the doctors, I've got to say the NHS, and I've got to say big thank you. You have no idea how many times we were in tears. Anyway, so there is hope, and they're trying. And they really are also achieving things. So on her case, it took about 5 days because it's so tiny. So at first, he had to go through tests in Luton, which was a great Luton Dunstable hospital. And they had to put a fluid, a liquid, to be able to see through the scanner. And he got allergic to that. So these pipes, vocal pipes start to shut down. And he happened to be a junior doctor who was passing and saw the situation and used a pen, believe it or not, a pen to reopen it to allow him to survive. And then they got a place in Cambridge, which is Addenbrooke Hospital. So we turn up. Well, she turned up first. She got transmitted straight away on the spot. Then I came up on the morning, and basically they are giving us an idea of what is going to happen, what they think it is, because they know, they have an idea, but nothing is. Never they say that's what it is. It's never concrete, but it's. So basically, we are giving different treatments. Chemo treatments already, from okay to basically this doesn't work, I'm sorry. At first they thought it should be an incision and trying to operate and remove the lump, which was growing quick, and it was taking on, imagine as a baby, imagine the size of your neck. So that was, I saw the scan, I was like, so very quick. Diagnosed for neuroblastoma, stage 4. And the thing is, you don't know what is next. And what happened is, and the chap, I remember seeing the doctor, I said, you're a bit too young for touching my son. But again, all respect, he tried. And then he said, he had to put everything back. He said, no, I can't touch that. It's too dangerous now. So they had to go through the chemos. They tried a first lot of chemo. Imagine, the kid doesn't speak. He used to have red tears coming out.
How old at this point? Like still
7,
8 weeks?
9, 10 weeks. So when he's giving the next lot, the final chemo treatment, it took about a month or 2 to give a sign of maybe, maybe not. So then they managed to do the job very well as normal. It's quite painful. The routine is quite not nice. I saw my wife changing. It looked like my wife was absorbing the cancer and getting my son free. I saw the transmissions of her face changing, her hair becoming gray. She didn't eat for 2-3 days, I think it was. Not even a piece of bread or nothing. Hardly drank any water. She did not move. She was inside him. And the boy was obviously, he had an incline from the heart. He had fed by the nose. So yes, there is problem everywhere. Yes, there is painful things around, sadly. But the problem of that is not who suffer the most. It's that you're not ready for it.
Wow, I mean, you're never ready for that, ever, right?
And that's the thing. We were not ready. If you know something bad is going to happen, you contract yourself and you go for it. So he lasted about 2 years in hospital. They were all fantastic. And we've been very fortunate because some families were not fortunate. And that's another thing you share, you feel for, and it's unfair. You come through the corridor, you got that lovely bell when you are obviously leaving the hospital. But it's not safe. Nothing is safe. After that experience, what's next? And basically speaking, I know he looked like he's autistic, but he's not just autistic. What happened is because as a young baby, he spent a lot of his time to fight against the cancer, because we don't realize this immune system has to try to be developed to fight it. Like us with a cold, he actually stopped creating his normal chromosome. So basically, he is now recognized as a 15q13.3, which basically, first, he needs assistance for life. He's 7-year-old, he needs nappies. He will never speak, we know that. That's absolutely guaranteed, we know that. We've tried and tried. But then again, there's the place where he is actually in Welling Garden City. There's a wonderful school, a school for kids with difficulties, and God knows there how a great job they're doing. So
is that a resident? Does he live with you? Or
yeah. Oh, he's not going nowhere. He's not going nowhere. And nobody, no. He's with us and only. So there's my 2 boys. We forget. One of them got kicked out from school. He was doing very well. And after a year and a half, I went to see the headmaster. And nobody realized psychologically they were traumatized. So we live in a situation where we know, there's a lot of things I can't mention because it's privately, no need to anyone to understand my son's situation, which could be very drastic in the future when he's older. But as far as I'm concerned, we're there. He's happy. He loves his food. We're trying our very best, and we are. He's the clock of the family. If he sneezes, we're there. It's 24 hours a day. There's nobody else. It's just me, my wife, myself, my boys, and we are in turn constantly. We're always there, but there's always someone with him. So occasionally, our lovely mother-in-law, Mandy, come over, but she just recovered from cancer. So you can't employ somebody as an assistant because you need to feel safe, secure, comfortable. We need to understand him more and more. And he's not giving anything away. So we know when he's not happy. We know when he's happy. We know when he wants something to fit. So basically, he's just feeling, he's screaming. So it's a different life. We are obviously working hard to adapt to the situation, but it's 24 hours a day. Like I said, my wife put a lot of time with him, of course. Yeah, like I said, it's when you look at him, you realize, you're talking about me and chef of the year, and it's not. I don't want to put off chefs who really want to try and get recognized. Of course, now it's great to be recognized. But when you look at the life I had and the life we have, how fortunate we are, all of us, you, me, yourself. If something happens, it will happen. If the worst comes to the worst, obviously, you are ready for the unexpected situation. But when you see a tiny human being who can't even express himself, who has to be changed 4 or 5 times a day, who doesn't understand what hot or cold, and you got to be very careful with him because he's got no fears of heights. I remember once I was cleaning the gutters, got a phone call, and he's quick. So, one day, that's where we got 2 gates to make sure that he doesn't run away. If he gets lost and we can't find him, of course, we are like magnets on him. If he was a robbery, nobody will be able to accede to him because we are on him. We protect him like it's the extremes. It's tough because, I can't explain, but I was amazed about some people's reactions. In majority, it's been fantastic. It's been a lot of people who were supporting, trying to study the situation for us and give us the results and say, look, neuroblastoma, this is the options. But I got dumped with some jobs, saying, why are you cancelling him or why? I said, well, we just found out that his son, discreetly, basically, he's got a problem, we don't want him. So bang. So basically, on the top of that, I start losing jobs. And that was also something unexpected. But we're coming out of it. The boy is happy. Now he's a swimmer. He loves swimming. He loves music. My wife is the perfect person with him. We are. Like I said, I jump anywhere for him. My sons are the most dedicated humans, wonderful human beings. And you know what's happening to them? It's happening exactly what happened to me and my brothers and sisters and my dad with my mom. That experience with my mom was probably the most amazing experience we had, where she showed us humilities and sense of caring and to contribute to. So this is a very special touch. So once again, thank you for having me.
Jean-Christophe, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very, very
Listen,
much.
we're just human beings. Honestly, please make sure you don't cut that bit out. We're just human beings. Absolutely. We're here and we're gone. That's it. What is important is the freehold. It's what you leave behind. Never mind who you are great or not. It's that things which is worth something which has been passed on. Otherwise, what's the bloody point?